I haven't played Project Zomboid in a while, so I thought it'd be fun to do studio, a challenge. I hopped straight in, created my avatar, and I die. A lot. So, heads up, or heads rolling. I am not very good at close combat, and I want to get better. In previous videos, I did that. And in this one, I just want to get back into it, and I want to explore this studio. But, as always, Project Zomboid has a bit of a surprise for you. I try to re-familiarize myself with this game, but I forgot that I used builder mode to get used to fighting in this game, and studio was everything but builder mode, as you would see in a second. That was the end of Nell C and the start of Nell D. And I forgot, well, if you die in Project Zomboid and just create a new character, your past self is right there. Right there. And I don't know how I forgot about this, because I made an episode of populating myself and destroying myself in past videos. But I got to stomping, and I stomped my own head in, if that makes sense. But I didn't have a weapon yet, not a good one anyway. And one thing I always forget in these games, and that is to loot zombies. I always forget. I did remember, so that's that. So after walking around and looting my own corpse, it was nighttime. I do not like nighttime in Project Zomboid, because you can't see shit. I grabbed clothes because, it's important for wrapping, and I closed all the curtains because it stops zombies from seeing you. And then I drank water and waited for my own doom. I don't know. I didn't know that I couldn't stay in here forever, so off I went on an adventure. I, at this point, did not know what my plan was. I just wanted to see the world. I love exploring Project Zomboid, but the game does not like me exploring. I spotted a zombie, or matter of fact, I heard a zombie, and I thought, okay, let's try this frying pan out. How hard could it be? I mean, I can't die so soon. Can't be that bad, can I? Nell E was a cop. I said was, because I thought, maybe it would change my spawning location. Spoiler, it did not. I didn't have a good weapon either. So, I didn't have any weapons because my past two selves took it. I tried to go into places, but I couldn't see anything, and then, boom! Zombie. And I stomped on a head. And I accidentally robbed the corpse. Didn't mean to do that. Dropped her clothing, No dishonoring the dead. The one thing you should not do in Project Zomboid is panic. I panicked, and as you could see, I was trapped. I could have jumped over the railing, but alas, Now E went as quickly as now D. Alright, next one. There's a quick glimpse of the maps, and yes, same place. And here we go. I think at some point I exited the game and reloaded, so I could like have a few things, which I gathered. I spotted this house with planks on, and I had hope. Someone in here was zombie prepared, and the window was already broken, so that's a good thing. At this point, my only goal was to find a good weapon that was not a frying pan. My previous ones, I had guns I think once, but end of the day, pipes. And I was very happy to find these pipes. But as we will all soon learn, that no matter the weapon, it will be useless in the hands of a fool. And uneducated or unskilled hands, let's say that's a better term. Made sure I got some ripped sheets. I always wear an extra vest and all this stuff because I always end up bleeding. So I'm always prepared, because you can, I think, wrap yourself while, I can't remember, but while you're walking. So a pipe in hand, grabbing some fresh fruit and vegetables, we were off on another adventure. I don't know why I grabbed the key. It's not like I know how to start a car in this game. I tried. It was a very short-lived adventure. I quickly checked the houses of where I was, the one next door and the one where I spawned, to make sure, I don't go there again. But let's be honest, it's not like I live long enough to be able to go back there anyway. So, with a new gained confidence, I headed out. Pipe in hand, zombie in sight, and off I went. My confidence grew with each hit. I was bleeding, so I had to act quickly, wrapping all my injured appendages? Limbs. Body parts. You know what I mean. All the while I was trying to look around of what I was seeing. It was such an interesting design. Project Zomboid. And this big wall. I was still bleeding. I didn't have enough. And then my confidence grew weaker as I said death on the face again. At this point you'd have realized that I made a mistake. There was no way, but I was adamant. I had the confidence. I did it before. But as you could see, you can see, I was not ready. I was not prepared, and it ended with me doing what I always do and what I do best. Run, Forrest, run. quickly got distracted with the beautiful architecture and the horde of zombies everywhere. I was like, oh, this is so nice. And boom. Grabbed and smacked all around. That was then. It was better. I actually killed 2. And then I discovered the unemployed. I'm unemployed and I could pick my own things. And I think, end of the day, I stuck with picking strong and something else. Got some food and off we went. A frying pan in my hand once again as I reloaded to make sure I had a weapon. Confidence I could do it this time, and boom, my neighbors had a party. I was not invited. So, made a U-turn, went the other way. I was like, I want to see this studio. What is this Project Zomboid studio? What can we see? And I love these like little challenges because I feel like it's short for me. I'm like, oof, zombies. Zombies, zombies, zombies. I walked and then I saw different roofs. I'm like, oh, that looks like a studio. I let me peek inside. That door is occupied. I'm not going to wait in line. Let's find a different way in. Yes, because a dark alleyway is always the right way to go. What can go wrong? I smash and I hop straight in and I'm happy. I'm like, oh, I'm inside. Different environment. It's further. And then I explore. And what do I see? Boom. Zombies. So my fame and fortune in this studio didn't exceed or didn't come to realization. And now I was like, okay, I need to learn how to fight again. I need to make a stand, a final stand. And with a broken beer bottle in hand, I was like, no more running. I had to make a stand. I had to fight. Learn how to fight. Again. As I ran into the darkness, zombies hot on my tail, I found a structure unexpectedly. As I turned to the left, came to a realization of, I use that word a lot in this video. Anyway, I'm gonna make my final stand here. I just want to smack some zombies, and I hope they would like fall epically down the stairs. Nope, no grandma here. I'm happy. I felt good. Who knew I could stomp my way through Project Zomboid Studio? And such an epic place. A bit dark though, but it's a fitting place to meet one's end. And as I did, I am very happy of how many zombies I killed. So, with this section coming to an end, I think I can stomp again. It's gonna be a long process again, but I want to do another video, and I had to learn how to fight again to do that video. So I hope you liked it. But we're gonna end this video with a nice, relaxing tour. I do hope you enjoy the walking tour through Project Zomboid Studio, and I will see you in the next video.